Taking a live look outside from EarthCam on top of the Washington Monument. A little bit of a hazy look to the sky. We do have that thin layer of Canadian wildfire smoke that is causing a little bit of filtered sunshine. But the bigger culprit in terms of our air quality today is the heat. We made it back in the low 90s across just about the entire area. And with that, we saw a spike in ozone pollution, and we have a code orange air quality alert in effect all around the metro area. That includes back into Loudoun County. Everywhere you see highlighted there in orange. Now, this is the first of no doubt many code orange air quality days we'll see this summer. To learn more about what goes into forecasting for poor air quality days, I want to bring in Sunil Kumar, the principal environmental engineer for the Metropolitan Washington Council of Governments. Thanks so much for joining us today, Sunil.
Thank you.
Of course. So let's start off with what causes or what leads us to a code orange air quality day.
So for a day like today, we forecast high levels of ground level ozone. It is a pollutant which is formed through a complex chemical reaction that involves volatile organic compounds and nitrogen oxides in the presence of sunlight. These gases, VOCs and nitrogen oxides, they are produced by things like exhaust from vehicles, power plants, lawn equipments, consumer products like paints, etc. So when these levels of these gases become high in the atmosphere because of the exhaust coming from all these sources, that's when we see a high probability of code orange happen.
Now, is this typical for when we start to see air quality alerts issued for the summer?
Yes, the summer months are the main months for ozone season because of the high temperature and sunlight. However, as you will notice, our region has been experiencing fewer and fewer high ozone days as we have been able to reduce our pollution in the last, say, 10 or 20 years. For example, we had 36 unhealthy air days in 2004 and just 7 in 2024.
And I know, much like weather, a lot goes into forecasting for poor air quality days. Can you speak to what you're really looking at when it comes to determining which days may require that code orange or code red air quality alert?
So there are some factors which can lead to code orange or code red. Those are mainly high temperatures, low clouds, low wind speed, and high regional ozone levels on current day. So when we see those factors happening next day, those are the main factors that can give rise to ozone code orange or worse happening next day. So we have a process that we follow at COG. We get in touch with forecasters from DC, Maryland, and Virginia every day and afternoon. And when the forecasters see all those factors coming up next day, and we see a good chance of code orange and or red happening next day, then that's when the forecast or alerts go out.
And of course, we do more commonly see these code orange versus code red days. And when we talk about code orange air quality, that's what's considered unhealthy for sensitive groups. Can you speak more to who those sensitive groups are and what they can do to breathe a little bit easier on days like that?
Yeah, so those unhealthy for sensitive group people are basically people with older adults, children, and people suffering from various kind of respiratory diseases such as asthma or other kinds of heart diseases. Those are the people we advise to reduce their time outside to avoid, going outside on those unhealthy air days because they can get impacted disproportionately by the code orange levels. Code or red are for they are unhealthy for everybody, so we advise everybody to limit their exposure to outside as much as possible.
Sunil Kumar, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate your time.